عليكم ورحمة الله. Today we're going to talk about congruency. As you can see, we have a yellow rhombus here, and we want to see if it's congruent to or not congruent to this red one. Okay, as you can see, they are not close to in size, so we're going to say they are not congruent. However, the yellow and the blue ones are congruent. Now we're going to learn a little bit more about congruency with two of my dearest friends, these two congruent polygons. Please welcome them. But you can only see one. That's because they are congruent and they are sitting above each other. Now can you see them? Okay, we're going to talk about why are they congruent? What are the conditions for them to be congruent? And these two conditions are very, very important, so please be ready. You can see this is ABCD, our old friend, and we have also the quadrilateral XYZL. ABCD is a little hyper today. Hello ABCD. Now we're going to learn why are these two congruent. Now if you look at this, the first condition is talking about the corresponding sides are equal in length. First, what's the meaning of corresponding? Corresponding, if you take a look at ABCD, you'll find the vertex the vertex A, and then you have the vertex X. This is the corresponding to A. If I ask about the vertex B, what would be the corresponding one? The opposite one in the other quadrilateral? Yes, that's right, it's Y, and so on. If we talk about D, the corresponding one will be L. Okay, now my first condition here is the corresponding sides should be equal in length. So AB line segment is equal in length for XY, and BC is equal to YZ. DC is equal to LZ, that's right, and DA is equal to XL. Now all of this is just the first condition. The second condition is talking about the angles. Okay, also the corresponding angles must be equal in measure. So because these two are congruent, we say that measure of angle A is equal to measure of angle X, measure of angle B is equal to measure of angle Y, measure of angle C is equal to measure of angle Z, and measure of angle D is equal to measure of angle L. So because of these two conditions, these two dear friends are congruent. So we say that ABCD is congruent to XYZL. Again, this sign between them, it's not equal sign. These are three dashes, so we read it as congruent to, congruent to. Okay, now let's have a question. Here we have a triangle called XYZ, and its friend here is called ABC. As you can see, the triangle ABC is congruent to the triangle XYZ. If they are congruent, then we should know that the corresponding sides are equal in length and the corresponding angles are equal in measure. So, complete. AC equals what? It means AC is equal to which corresponding side? If it's difficult for you to get it from the figure up here, you can get it from the name. How so? As you can see, A is the first letter and C is the third one. So here in XYZ, X is the first and Z is the last one. So we're going to say AC is equal to the corresponding side XZ. Again, measure of angle B is equal to which angle? If you look at the name A, B, C, B is the second letter, so you're going to take the second letter here, which is Y. So measure of angle B equals measure of angle Y. YZ line segment is congruent to which line segment? YZ are the last two letters in the name. So here we're going to take the last two letters, which would be BC line segment. So when you use the congruent sign, you have to put the line segment. But when you use the equal sign, you don't put the line segment sign. Again, in question 4 is asking about angle C. Not the measure, the angle C is congruent to which angle? Okay, C is the last letter in the name, so I'm going to go with angle Z. That's right. Now, in question number 5, what's the circle here? The small circle up here after the equal sign. Can you see it? This means degree. He wants to know measure of angle X in degrees. So we cannot get this from the name. So we have to go back to the figure. Can you see any measurements here? No. So we have to look at the corresponding angle on the other side. So X is the first letter. Its corresponding is A. If we look at A in the figure, in the triangle ABC, you'll find out that it's 60 degrees. That's why X also equals 60 degrees. Again, XY equals how many centimeters? So XY in the figure doesn't have any numbers on it. So I have to figure out which one is the corresponding to XY. So XY are the first two letters. So I'm going to take A and B. And AB, as you can see, is 3 centimeters. So also XY is 3 centimeters. To find the perimeter of the triangle ABC, to find the perimeter of any figure actually, you have to make all of the side length plus each other to find the sum of all length of all sides. So I have to make AB, the length of AB plus the length of BC, but I don't have the length of AC. So I have to find the corresponding side. On the other triangle, as we have said in question number 1, that the corresponding of AC is, that's right, XZ. So XZ is 5 centimeters, so also AC is 5 centimeters. So to get the perimeter of ABC triangle, you're going to make 3 plus 4 plus 5. So you will have, how much you think? Yes, that's right, 12 centimeters. Now to find the measure of angle C first, we're going to search for the corresponding angle, which is Z. But we don't have any measurements for Z here. So let's go back to this triangle and see what do we have. We have the measure of angle A, which is 60 degrees. We have a square drawn at the vertex of B. What does this mean? Do you remember? Yes, it's a right angle triangle at B. And this angle is right of measure 90 degrees. So to get the third one, you have to remember that the sum of the three angles of any triangle is 180 degrees. So to find the third angle, we're going to make 180 minus the sum of the other two, so you will have 30 degrees. I hope it was helpful. I hope you enjoyed it. Until I see you soon, inshallah. Miss you all. Thank you.